Nemaria here, and welcome to the 6th My Little Pony Monday. Woo! Alright, let's get started. So, this week I'm going to be talking about the awesome figurines that Funko has been putting out for My Little Pony. Now, if you haven't heard of Funko, they are a company that makes all these cool collectible figurines from all sorts of different shows. Like, they're doing some figurines for the 20th anniversary of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They've also done some Walking Dead figurines, and even Psy, the singer of Oppa Gangnam Style, has his own figurine. So I'm sure you've seen those, whether you go to conventions or you just go to Hot Topic and you see these little figurines in these boxes. Anywho, so I'm going to be talking about the awesome ones they've been putting out. Now, this is Rainbow Dash from the first release. Rainbow Dash and Derpy were the two ponies, well, the two Pegasi ponies that they released the first time around. So we heard about these and we got all excited, and I'm still excited. They're great figurines, but things have kind of changed since they've released those. They released those about a year ago, I want to say, maybe more or less. But the next two figurines that they released that I was really excited about when I found out that they were going to be releasing them were Fluttershy and Dr. Whooves. And they're just adorable. I love them so much. They're really cute. But yeah, the ways that they're different from the first two that were released, you can't really tell right now, like through the webcam. But the first two ponies, Derpy and Rainbow Dash, both had more of a matte finish. Like, it's almost like they used a different material. But even the paint was kind of a matte finish. Whereas these have been, glossed over. As you can see, the shine on her hair and everything. They've been kind of glossed over. And they're really nice, though. Like, when I heard that they were going to be doing, like, more of a shiny material, I was kind of nervous, because I was like, how are they going to match? But they don't look bad together. Like, you can't, unless you're, like, shining a light, you can't really tell. But, it's nice. Of course, Fluttershy being my favorite pony, I love the way that, she turned out. She looks great. And I like how they captured her hair. Like, I think it's a good way to do it. Like, I was, when I first took Rainbow Dash and Derpy out of the box, I was like, whoa, they have huge tails, especially Derpy. And so I was like, oh gosh, when they make Fluttershy, her tail is going to be huge, because of course she has, hair extensions. Well, tail extensions. And, but yeah, no, I think they captured it really well. Of course, it extends beyond her feet, just like in the normal, series, like how it would normally. And she looks great. Like, I love how she turned out, and of course she's got her cutie mark and everything. Now, being a Whovian, I was really excited about the Dr. Whooves figure. Not only because, it's the first Earth pony that they released, but, and not only because he's Dr. Whooves, but, oops, I'm knocking things down with my wings, I'm sorry. But yeah, I was really excited about this because it was the first boy pony that they released figurine-wise, and there hasn't been a whole lot of decent boy figurine merchandise. Like, there's been awesome t-shirts and things, but this is the first figurine, boy-wise, that turned out really well. No offense to the blind bags, which aren't horrible, but they're, all they are is just a mold of, like, Big Mac, and they're just painting it different colors, and I don't really like that. So I like this. I was worried about how it would turn out, but he looks so adorable. And, being a Whovian, 10 is kind of my favorite. Like, no offense to 9 or 11, but I grew attached to 10. And I love just the idea of the crossovers being legit, Like, when I first found out that there was going to be a Dr. Whooves pony, I was, like, all excited, because I love Doctor Who so much. It's a fantastic show. My big sister Michi got me into it, and my friend Mandy, kind of helped add to that. Although I spent like a week at Michi's house marathoning Doctor Who. We'd get up at noon, we'd watch Doctor Who until 1, and we'd decide to go to bed. We'd wake up the next day, she'd knock on the door, hey, you up? Yeah. She'd sit me down on the couch, and we'd do it all over again. And I loved it. Like, it was the best thing ever. And if you haven't already, well, I've never actually said it, but she drives the Cardis. Now, what the Cardis is a PT Cruiser that she's made to look like the TARDIS, and it's really cool. It has its own Facebook page, and I'll link that below. But after basically like 5 days of like watching through Doctor Who, that was up until like season 5. Now, I got we had to go get groceries, so we went and got groceries, and I was just, she was playing Doctor Who music, and we were riding around the Cardis, and it was just so surreal. I'm like, we're gonna go on an adventure, and I'm like, we're just going to the grocery store, but it was cool. Anyway, these figurines are awesome. I love how they turned out. I can't wait to see the next two. They've already released who the next two are going to be, and the next two are going to be Pinkie Pie, of course, which is kind of fitting, and Lyra. Now, I'm especially excited to see Lyra. I'm not a gigantic Lyra fan, but I don't dislike her. Just like I'm not a gigantic Pinkie Pie fan. Fluttershy is my favorite, but I don't really dislike any of the other ponies. Anywho, I'm excited to see Lyra because, of course, she's going to be the first unicorn pony that they've released. And I'm kind of curious how to see, how they're going to do the horn-wise. And what this means for future figurines. Are they going to do the rest of them, or are they just going to stop after these two? Because whenever they first released Derpy and Rainbow Dash, they said, okay, we're going to do 2 more, and that's it. That's what they said. And then, of course, they're like, no, we got to keep doing this. So I'm kind of hoping if these next 2 get a good turnout, they'll keep doing it. And we'll at least get the main 6, because I would love that. I would love to get the main 6. But I like that they're with each release that they've done so far, they've done one of the main 6, and then they've done a background pony of somewhat significance. So that's been pretty cool. But anyway, that's all I have to say for this week. If you have any suggestions for the next My Little Pony video, please leave them in the comments below. Of course, I will be linking, the page to the Cardis if you want to hear about that, because it's pretty cool. And it's not just the outside that looks like the TARDIS, it's the inside too. So that's really neat. But that's all I have to say. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I hope you look forward to the next My Little Pony Monday. Thank you!